and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fun.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taking in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. And right away he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll run on first down. It's Townsend. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Jackson. Pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Page, and he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On 1st down, Townsend, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 31, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
So great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here, as so many defensive coaches have told you and me.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Page. And lose yardage here. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards to pick up there. On 2nd down now. It's Townsend trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the try here for the point after. And it's 21-3. 21-3 is your score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Well, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Sean McDermott is going to throw out the challenge flag. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Good call there by Sean McDermott to throw the...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Page. Touchdown, Colts! A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On third down, Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Townsend. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
This defense really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11 now.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Indy.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Now a give right side. It's Page. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And their lead will swell up to 28.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows it a whip for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. On second down, it's Townsend. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Ravens on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Indy set to go on offense once more. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one incomplete. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going away for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
On first down, Townsend. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On second down now, it's Townsend. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, Townsend.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's fielded at the 45.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The return now by Alford.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This is the last of our 6 games in this wildcard round as we wrap up a very exciting 2 days of NFL football. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And it's the Pittsburgh Steelers who are moving on as they were able to eliminate the Jacksonville Jaguars. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half, and not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Colts, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now they'll run on the draw. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Page. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off inside the 10. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Townsend. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the second half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well, really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely. Just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll run on 1st down. Townsend. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Townsend. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Page. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Page. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The return now by Alford.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return now by Alford.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
To number 16. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Baltimore.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Gets past one man. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
They'll keep it on the ground. Page. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.